What's going on, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So it's been a pretty crazy day so far in the stock market. We have the NASDAQ 100, tech in general. It's down yet again. NASDAQ 100 down 1.2%. We have the Dow Jones and the Russell and the S&P on the flip side. All of those are up. So I want to go over what's going on here in the markets. We're also going to look at the 10-year, which at this point, it's going up right now. The 10-year bond yield, it's up over 3%. It just cracked above 1.6. So I want to go over everything that's going on quickly in this little midday update video. So hit the like button, subscribe, make sure to get yourself into the Strive Smart Discord chat. Get 2 stocks from WeBull. Those are free, valued up to $1,600. All of those are linked down below. And you guys can check out the Patreon if you want my real-time buy and sell alerts, real-time call-outs, morning update videos, more one-on-one access with me throughout the day. That is on Patreon, linked right down below. So let's just get into it. What we see right here is a pretty decent pump in the S&P 500, considering last week was really rough. You guys remember last week we saw a big dump off, multiple dump offs in the S&P, and Thursday was probably the worst of them all. And then on Friday we saw a pretty big pump back up. In fact, the S&P on Friday went up from 3730 all the way to about 3850 at its high point. That's a 120-point jump in the S&P 500 on that day. And today, the funny thing is, the futures market this morning, and we talk more about this on Patreon in the morning update video, these futures markets, the S&P in particular, all of them, the NASDAQ was even worse. Dow not as bad. But the S&P, it was down. So it's crazy how we were selling off in the futures market, which goes to show, guys, I always say this, the futures market could flip-flop. Just because it's green one moment doesn't mean it's going to be that way. It could very well turn red. And you guys can see the futures market was heavy in the red. It was down to 37.97 on the S&P. That was at 4 a.m. on the East Coast. Then it slowly started to scale up. At about 7:15 a.m., it took a bit of a hit, but it remained on this uptrend on the intraday chart. And then as we got closer and closer to market open, boom, 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 the S&P futures, they just started to, climb straight up more aggressively. The volatility started to die down. In fact, the VIX earlier in the day, it was up, I think, like 10% at one point. Now it's down, or it's up 0.3%, so pretty much nothing. So the volatility died down heading into the market open as of now. And again, that goes to show, or rather, it raises a question: is the sell-off over? And honestly, guys, I'm not too convinced of that, because going back to the S&P, we're seeing the 5-day, 5-minute, and on this 20-day chart, we're still under the big resistance, right under the 180 SMA at about 3890, right under this 3900 level as well, right around this point. So until we get out of there, I'm not convinced. I'd be convinced, on the other hand, if 3920 were to break, if 3930 were to break. These are all resistance points from back in the end of February and early in the month of March here. So I'm not convinced yet. And another thing here is the 10-year. The 10-year is up 3%. We're up to 1.6% overall at the time that I'm filming this video. And we're seeing tech, the higher risk assets, the risk on assets, we're still seeing, for the most part, a sell-off in those names. You guys can see, Amazon's down, Google's down, Zoom is down. What else is down? Neo is down. A lot of these names are down. So we're noticing a sell-off there. Rotation into more recovery names. The Dow is up 1.7%. Oil is freaking crushing it, guys. ExxonMobil is one of my picks from a couple weeks ago. I mean, we nailed that one. I got in at $42, riding it up all the way. I didn't sell anything. Don't plan to either. But, these are the type of names that are crushing it right now as we're seeing this rotation. And Jerome Powell was saying he thinks this rise in inflation in the short term is transitory. So do you believe that? Do you not believe that? That's the $1,000,000 question. I mean, is it the truth? I don't know. I mean, I think inflation's a little bit worse than how he claims for it to be. That's just my opinion. I think it's a little bit worse. So, yeah, I mean, will these yields, come back down? That's the question. And I think once they do come down, the 10-year, that is when we're going to see a spike back up in these risk assets, these tech names. And I feel like Apple, and especially Apple here, I think this is a pretty solid dip. And Amazon as well. I mean, I had a buy order on Amazon in one of my long-term accounts today. I bought some fractional shares. So I'm picking up some shares there, even if it's fractional. I'm putting money to work in a lot of these tech names, and I'm still, again, playing a lot of these recovery names at the same time. And look, S&P, still, we're under this downtrend. We have to be careful. Same thing with the NASDAQ 100. You guys can see we're still in a downtrend. 50 SMA on this hourly is still acting as resistance. We're still down about 1% here overall in tech. And I mean, look, we've been filming for 6 minutes, and I feel like that is, what I'm looking to say here. We're not quite yet breaking out. We're not out of the woods yet, but I do expect in the next couple of weeks, I feel like we are going to rebound ultimately. Once we see this volatility shake out, I do believe we're going to rebound, but who knows? We could see a month or two of more volatility and downwards momentum before we rebound, as these interest rates, as everything is playing out. And of course, we had the stimulus passed. It's going to go official probably, I think 14th of March is the deadline. That is when President Biden has to sign it by. And we got a pump in the markets from that today. That's arguably what's pushing up the markets today. And is that going to last, or is the market going to sell the news in the next couple of days? So these are a bunch of questions, everywhere. There's a bunch of questions flying everywhere. There's catalysts everywhere. So we have to be careful. We have to be prepared for everything. But overall, I'm not panicking. I don't think this is, and I don't recommend panicking ever in the stock market, but I don't think this is a crazy crash. I don't think we're breaking out from this point either. I'm leaning more towards, hey, this could be a bull trap. We might be going lower. We could get rejected at this 38.80 point. If we end up dumping towards, the levels that we were at on Friday, maybe 38.20, 10, that's going to be a sign that, hey, we could be going lower, maybe to take the lows out. So be careful, guys. That's all I'm saying. That's a quick little update on what is going on right now. Let me know your thoughts, as always, down below in the comments. Make sure to hit that like button while you're at it. Let's try to boost the likes up on this video. It really helps me out. It shows me that you guys like the content. You want to see more content like this. And it helps me out in the YouTube algorithm with just helping my channel grow in general. And I really do appreciate that. And don't forget to also get yourself some free money. Link down below. You could get 2 stocks from WeBull. Those are valued up to $1,600. You can get $10 from M1 Finance. You can get $10 from Coinbase. If you guys use those links, I do get some kickback. I get 2 stocks as well, $10 from Coinbase and $10 from M1. But you could literally make easily $50 at minimum if you use those links, $40 at minimum if you use those links down below. And if you guys want more access to me throughout the day, you want buy and sell alerts, call outs, all real time, and you want morning update videos every single trading day, check out that Patreon. That's also linked right down below. So I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, be careful out there. No need to force anything. Watch those key levels. And, let's try and keep crushing this market. Let's be safe out there, guys. As always, again, thanks for watching. Peace out.